what was kind of the inception of the band for you, the project? Like, what was the idea behind it initially? Can you kind of walk us through the origin story there?
Yeah, of course. So, after my last band, it kind of just a lot of things went downhill because I actually really wasn't like the best person back then. So, I stepped away from music for about 3 years, and I was making different things, like kind of just like in my room, like kind of bored. I had a little brutal death project. If people that followed WOCKET, I posted it early on. It was called Porous Cheese. It was the same thing as WOCKET with like all the dumb samples, with just like lyrics about like eating jelly beans and throwing them up. Like it was kind of the inception of WOCKET, but just straight up brutal death. So there was
Okay.
that. I had a mini Scrams project too. It was kind of inspired by like Minus the Bear and Girlfriends. Just like I was watching the one video of Girlfriends Live, where it's the one where he has the like three looper pedals and does like the main thing for, I think it's Untitled Number Seven, and he gets behind the kit and starts doing the vocals while drumming, and that just blew my mind, and I wanted to do something like that. And then I want to say it was a little bit after Act Like You Don't Know came out, and it just completely revitalized my love for melodic deathcore and like revival deathcore, because I just wasn't really into the genre as much as I wanted to be, because I think I just been writing it for so long and like been like so happy, like unhappy with just like wanting to follow trends instead of just like wanting to like write, which is like what was almost like like I guess what made me happy, which is always melodic stuff. And seeing that there was like, I guess like other bands still doing it just made me so happy. And so like fuck it, I'll start writing stuff. So I want to say I wrote Wonka Maxing and Bakugan in like the span of like a week, and I just kind of showed my partner at the time, and I was like, I'm not really planning on releasing this, and she's like, why? And I was like, I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it, but eventually, I
This
ended up
was
having the
like
whole demo.
with vocals and everything. Like you had like the full track kind of done already.
Not yet. So I had the instrumentals for all the songs kind of done, or I guess the three songs, and then afterwards I made the intro track, and then I just started writing lyrics. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just, not many people like I guess have like lyrics that match the silly song titles. Like there's
Mm.
Hey John, what's your name again? Is not about a guy named John, at least to
Yeah.
my knowledge.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it was.
but
Yeah, I don't.
so either, yeah. But
I'd put my money on that. Yeah, yeah.
you're right on that for sure. But yeah, I figured I might as well just write about dumb things, like like that one Drake and Josh episode where they had a bet about who could eat more candy or something. Um and then just it kind of happened, like it just kind of like all came together. And I don't know, I don't remember what exactly happened. I think it was like 3 in the morning, and I was having a slight episode, and so I was like, fuck it. I made a page for Wocket, posted that one picture of Josh Nichols with the like chocolate hat and everything, and I was like, hey, new song coming soon. And then that's actually where Jay and I first started like kind of becoming friends, because he was one of the first few people to like the post, and I think he shared it too. And from there we would talk every once in a while on the Katie Went Missing page, and it just like we were definitely friends like at the start, but I never at that point would have figured that it would get to the point where he would end up joining the band and I would end up joining Katie. Like it was just super. It's just nothing, like I guess it was not expecting that to happen at all.
Hmm.
It's really cool. And if I may, I don't know if it's too technical of a question, but I would be curious because it's a very specific tone and sound, which is awesome. Did it take you a long time to kind of find that specific sound, or it's just like it was kind of you found it pretty quick type thing?
It's kind of something that's always been something I've been drawn to. So someone commented on the post asking about Thorn of the Beheaded. So that was my first ever band that I guess really did anything. That was when I was in eighth and ninth grade. And that back then was like also like a kind of melodic deathcore band too. Dom, you might remember this because we played a show.
We gotta tell the story. Put a pin on it. But after we wrap up what you're saying, we gotta talk about that.
You have to
Yeah.
remember though. You guys have
That-
to
that's-
remember that.
Yeah, I will. I will. I
That was
will.
a terrible
Okay.
show. Like my poor guitar.
So just to kind of, I guess wrap that, like so you were playing in that band previously, and I guess I assume was you were already kind of mingling with that style, right? Like that was kind of
Definitely,
honing in
like,
on that kind of melodic side of.
So I was prior to the project finding the
For
that
sure,
sound.
like that was, I want to say at this point almost a decade ago. Like I've always been drawn to like melodic deathcore, melodic metalcore, and mellow death too. Like I think my first turning point, um God, there's so much. I want to say definitely hearing Take This Life by In Flames on Guitar Hero 3 was a huge starting point of that. The Allegiance release by As Runs Black, Count Your Blessings by Bring Me the Horizon. I've just always been fascinated with guitar harmonies, twin leads, stuff like that. it may not make sense, but Dragon Force as well is just a huge
Well, no,
influence.
I
just
just
'cause-
I could see
fully see where that could come in for sure. I mean, they're all
Yeah.
about that specific thing, like
yeah, it's
you're
like
talking
tons of
about
harmonies,
dual
stuff like that.
leads and harmonies and all these things.
Yes, for
It's
sure.
super guitar forward, right?
Definitely, and of course, Black Dahlia Murder, like the biggest one by far.
Makes a lot of sense, but you see, like, to me the biggest difference, you're naming like Black Dahlia, it sounds really evil, but like what I think is cool about WOCKET and what you're doing is it's super uplifting per moment. Like, am I crazy? Like, it's
No, like,
it's like
Yeah, it's not like
So that's something I kinda
it's
wanted
not
to
much
do.
evil riffing. It's just more like I don't know how to
it's like
describe
it makes
that. I
me
guess.
feel great actually. I'm just like
Thank you.
you know what
It's
I
more
mean? Like,
upbeat. Well, we can put it that way,
yes.
right?
Yes.
So I think that's
what
something I kind of definitely wanted to do, is because a lot of my previous bands, whether I was writing lyrics or whether like other people were writing lyrics, they were just always kind of, just either venting or negative, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like, I think that's a very, very like effective way of like getting through stuff. But for me, I noticed whenever I would like write about negative things, it wouldn't really help me get better. It would just kind of make me like focus and dwell on them more. So I just wanted to write about the dumb things that made me happy. Like on this topic, like there's literally a song on the full length that's gonna be about modding a Wii, like straight up called Homebrew Wii Channel Tutorial Leather Bomb Method. Like it's kind of silly things like that.
We kind of have to talk about the artwork. I mean, we really have to. First of all, I really like it.
Thank you.
But how did that come about? Like, was this just like kind of you sketching things and it just came out like that?
I've been friends with this guy. His name's Ivan, but his artwork page is called Entwined Within, and we've known each other since, I want to say, probably even before my first band, like maybe when I was in like middle school, because I was like chronically online as a child. So I got in with like the like very like kind of One Plays kind of people, and we would just talk on Facebook Messenger all the time when I was younger about like just like bands. He's actually like a huge he's actually the one that got me into a lot of the bands. Now that I think about it, I completely forgot about because we've been friends for so long, but like yeah, he was a lot of my gateway towards like the more melodic side and like the more like just not as big as like the like the like more kind of popping revival bands. Like he's the one that showed me Hooker in the Morgue. He's the one that showed me I'm blinking so hard. Condemned to Catapult. He's the one that showed me them.
Sure.
So
That's a niche as fuck shout. I'll just say that, man.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
So we'd still been friends like ever since, and I messaged him one day because I knew he did art, and I was like, "Hey, can you draw me a random cartoon character that just kind of feels like it'd be like something you'd see on Newgrounds?" And right off the bat, he was like, "Absolutely, I got you." And he sent it to me. I want to say like 3 days later, and I fell in love with it. I was like, "This is perfect. Like this is too perfect." Like, and like going forward, see, that's why I just want to like move on with him and like have him do like a lot of like character design for like any of the album covers we have. Like without giving too much away, I want to have him collab with the other person that's gonna be working on the album cover for the full length, to where he's gonna be doing the characters running out of a building, and then the other person's gonna be doing like the building exploding and the large eldritch monster destroying the building.
I'm glad to hear
a mix up in styles. Sorry,
Definitely.
Okay, cool. That's sick.
I was hoping for that because like when I saw it, to me, I was hoping you would keep going with that character or that kind of
for sure. Like
character. I thought it was
It's
important
part of the
to kind
lore at that point, right?
Yeah.
Like the second
It is,
dropped,
like,
it was
I've,
this is WOCKET, right? Like this is it.
especially because like people would always like refer to Mr. WOCKET and just like refer to the purple guy as Mr. WOCKET, or even talk to me as Mr. WOCKET thinking I was the purple guy. I guess it was just at this point he's like the mascot. Like remember how Pathology used to have that one dude with the glasses in every album cover? It's kind of like that.
Yeah.